Hey, it's Brianna, and I'm going to do a nighttime face routine. But tonight I'm also going to add the Indian healing clay. It's really popular. I've had it for years. This is actually my second container that I've ordered off Amazon, and I actually didn't care for it, but I decided to give it another try. Still didn't care for it. Then I was making the mistake of making it too thick. So anytime I would place the mask on, it would be like really clumpy and pieces falling off, making a huge mess. But just recently I did the mask again, and I actually liked it because I made sure the consistency was a little thinner. So I guess I'll get started. I can't really use much on my face because everything creates a breakout. So what's been working for me lately is the Neutrogena oil-free acne wash. So I pump some of that out, and this is what I do almost every night. I forget that I have a brush. So I turn it on, and I just wash my face. I'm not over the sink, so this is like horrible. I really get the sides over because lately I've been having little bumps pop up on the side of my forehead, and I usually just use the brush until it turns off. It's done. I don't do the dramatic splash of water in the face like the commercial. I just basically pat it off. Some people say they do a challenge and they use the Aztec clay for 10 days, but I think it's pretty strong, so I definitely wouldn't do it for 10 days because I'm sure other problems would surface. So the one flaw that I always had when I did the Aztec clay, I would use a huge cup or a bowl, and just naturally you're pouring enough in there to stir around all the way, and that would end up being too much, and I don't want to be wasteful. So there I am packing it on. So now I just use a baby top for a bottle. Since she's weaning off of bottles, I just decided to spare myself a top and a plastic spoon. So I basically put like a spoon and a half in there because I don't want to make it too thick. And it's up to you whether you want to use water or apple cider vinegar. I use apple cider vinegar, the organic with the mother. I put mine in a witch hazel bottle since I was done with this, so I could squeeze it out a little. And then I'm just gonna stir that up, and I'm gonna add more vinegar as needed. And I definitely need some more. Everything seems like it takes so much. spoon. I meant to use the other side like before. So it should be a smooth consistency, and mine used to be so much thicker and it was horrible. And I don't have any special silicone brush. I don't like the brushes, so I just use my fingers. I'm just gonna pack it on there. I have no particular way I put this on. I especially get over here because that's my problem area. I got some in my hair. And I try to use all of it. Oh, and then the issue I was having, I was putting on too much, and when it dries, it should crackle, but I just never got to a point where my mask would dry. So I hated it. And I actually used a lot more than last time. So that's all on. I'm going to leave this on for 15 minutes. It says that you can leave it on for 5 to 10 minutes. If you have more tolerant skin, 15 to 20. I'm just going to do 20 minutes. I mean, oh my gosh, 15 minutes. And I'll be back to take this off. When I used to use this mask previously, I never had drying like this because I had too much on. I never got to a point where it would really dry. Like, my face is so stiff. It's almost hard for me to talk. And it looks like my face is being pulled back. I really like this mask, but it's not one that I will use every day. It's definitely not one of those, oh, chill and relax masks, because I feel like you feel it pulling your face the entire time. I'm almost at the time where it's time to take it off. I'm not going to film that part because you guys can take your mask off how you like. I take a warm towel, I place it on my face for a few seconds so it'll loosen up the mask. I run water past my face with my hands and I rub it off because it's already a kind of strong mask. I don't want to just scrub at it to get it off. So I rinse the mask off and I moisturize my face. I use Palmer's Cocoa Butter Formula with vitamin E. I'm not sure if this should actually be used on your face, but I use it on mine. It has actually been clearing up some dark spots and I haven't had any breakouts from this. There is a little bit of redness after the mask, but on the bottle it says that if there's redness, it should go away in like 30 minutes. Last time I did the mask, the redness went away. This is definitely something I would use probably once a week. I don't see myself using it more than that because it's a pretty strong mask. And like I said before, it's not one that I would want to sit and relax in because like you feel it on your face the entire time. It's definitely kind of not the most comfortable mask. But that's that on the Aztec healing clay.